Alright, class is back in session. Pay attention. So yesterday was one of those days where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Like I spilled my coffee all over my keyboard. My computer decided to hang right before an important presentation. And then, get this, I burned dinner. Now I'm not talking about a little scorch mark on the bottom of the pan. No, this was a full-on kitchen fire. The smoke alarm was blaring and my apartment was filling up with smoke. I've been having nightmares about smoke filling my apartment, and my dog, who by the way, was not in the apartment at the time, but in my nightmares, he's always there and he's always terrified. Oh, classic millennial move, right? Burn dinner, blame it on the smoke alarm. But no, I'm being serious. I need help. I have the money, I just don't have the stomach. Okay, maybe I do have a little bit of a sick addiction to eating out. I mean, when you work in a restaurant, you get used to the perks, free food, and a flexible schedule. It's kind of hard to give up both at the same time. Also, I haven't been able to bring myself to cook since. It's like every time I walk into the kitchen, I start hyperventilating. It's not something you wanna experience, trust me. I'm gonna go take a nap now. Bye. I mean, it hurts worse than the time I ate an entire bag of expired Takis and tried to make out with a girl at the bar. So if anyone has any tips on how to remove smoke damage smell from a ceiling, please let me know in the comments below. I've been through worse. Like, remember Hurricane Sandy? I just need to take things one step at a time. First, I gotta replace the smoke alarm. Second, I gotta deep clean this place. Third, I gotta find a new apartment because the landlord just raised the rent by 20%. Wait, no, he didn't. He actually gave me a 15% discount for the damages. That's right. I got to keep my apartment. Yeah, I was stuck in an elevator for 14 hours with a bunch of strangers. Or what about that blizzard we had last year? I was stuck in my apartment for a week. Come to think of it, I think I should make a video about that. Anyway, I'm not letting this defeat me. I frantically ran to the sink, turned on the water, but it was too late. The fire alarm had already clapped. Then just as quickly as it started, it stopped. I opened the door and the hallway was filled with smoke. I swear sometimes you just gotta fail miserably for life to give you a discount. It is like the universe was listening to my earlier video where I was complaining about paying too much rent and then boom, this happens. The silver lining is I might have an awesome story to tell at parties now. I mean, unless the people at my party also burn their kitchens down, then it is just gonna be awkward. I looked back at the kitchen and I swear it looked like the aftermath of a bomb explosion. There were sparks flying everywhere. The pot was on fire. The smoke alarm was still screaming in the background. And me, I was standing there in my underwear with a spatula in my hand, not knowing what to do. I remember growing up and hearing stories about people passing out from smoke inhalation and thinking, no way, that would never happen to me. Well, turns out those stories are true because the next thing I remember is waking up on the floor with a neighbor screaming at me to get up. Turns out I passed out from inhaling too much smoke. Long story short, I ended up burning the entire meal. My neighbor called the fire department and I spent the night in the hospital getting checked out. The moral of the story is this: if your smoke alarm is going off, get out of the house immediately. Don't try to fight the fire because most of the time you're gonna lose. Listen, I know you think you're invincible. You're not. I used to think I was invincible. I used to think that I couldn't burn water, and yet here I am standing in front of you with a participation trophy and a story to tell. And yeah, I'm still traumatized by the whole event. And I know what you're thinking. Ideally, I'd like to hire someone to cater all my meals for the next 6 months. And no, I didn't learn my lesson because I still hate the sound of that stupid smoke alarm. And yes, I could have just moved out last night, but this is my home and I refuse to let some smoke get me out of it. I will recover from this. In fact, I'll be back in the kitchen whipping up some delicious meals in no time. And yeah, this was a rough landing, but I'm back in the air now and ready to fly. I really wish I could explain the feeling of having an entire apartment turn into a smoke-filled sauna. Stay tuned for more updates and please send help.